Alright.
What is that, gamer? What's up, Toby?
Welcome back to some visual novel gaming.
Back at it again with type blue moon. Wait.
Wrong game. First off, wrong game.
Oh.
With a piece of blue glass moon, I think you were trying to say. Or whatever.
Well, while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna be playing the funny gambling game.
Did the thing you sent me earlier entice you to
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
He's playing Balatro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
still can't. I still can't.
Here.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, Edwin's not here. Yeah, because he said he had to wake up early for work tomorrow. So yeah, which on a slightly related note, considering a little fun thing I was gonna bring up, kind of involves him. So I found out randomly that I guess for context, for something that all of us were looking at, I had to look at a lot of voice actor role stuff, and in the middle of that, I happened to find out that apparently in this game, the voice actor for both Shiel and Nekoark are the same person.
Oh
Which,
my.
first off, that's kind of weird. First off, kind of weird, like very, very different characters, but also, hey, wait, it's the same for us, because Edwin does both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also found out something else. Because when I was looking at the voice, the voice actress' other roles, this was the second character that was, since it was the second most, it goes by most recent, so this was the second one that popped up. And, well, let's just say, depending on how things go on June 7th, we may be hearing her again.
Cool.
As soon as I saw this, my heart sank. Depending on how things go on June 7th, we may be hearing her again sooner or later. Well, I guess we're gonna have, if we do that, we're gonna have Edwin voice her. But anyways, Tsukihime.
If you mean when, Billy?
Now, do you have a plan to donate $1,000? Actually, knowing you, yeah, you probably.
At least
I wouldn't put it past you.
There's a lot of things you shouldn't put past me.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I guess for a recap. So, last time, I think the last thing that happened, Shiki fought with the culprit, outside the mansion. He was saved by Noelle, who turns out to be a nun / vampire hunter from the church. And,
executor.
Yeah, executor. I think that's the actual, that's the actual term. And, but, while Shiki was trying to walk back, he just collapsed against the wall, and the last thing we saw was it looks like he was picked up by the panther. So, what's next?
No idea.
Alright. Just clear this. Alright. White. When we saw this last time, you wanna know what popped into my head?
What?
Have you ever seen the picture of Squidward and pointing? And it's just it has the text just saying white.
No.
Is it just me? Am I the only person who's seen that?
I've never seen this before.
Okay,
What are you on about?
remind me later. I'll pull it up. Anyways,
Alright.
Billy, are you high?
no,
Are you on the drugs? Is that
no,
what
at
this
least not
is?
that I know of.
Okay, I'm going to your house and giving you a fucking drug test.
Okay.
I first, at first I thought you. At first, I didn't think you were gonna finish it with test. Let's just say that.
I see.
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna go to your house and do drugs.
Yeah, gonna go to your house and give you drugs or something like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh my god, it's a Twitter account.
Oh my god.
Yes, I found it.
Hmm?
Hold on. No, not that. It's this.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What?
You've never seen this?
No.
It's
This is completely
shoot.
new.
This has been around for like years. It's slightly cut off on the Discord, but whatever. I mean, on the stream, but oh well. Anyways, back to Tsukihime. The color pulls an odd memory from the corners of my mind. Something I had long forgotten. Something I had no choice but to forget. Something that my father had ordered me to forget.
Damn.
It was a hot summer day. Huge fluffy clouds cover the blue sky. The air shimmers with heat, and the keening of cicadas eats at me. The cries of the cicadas. Screech, 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 screech. It's so loud I wish I was dead. Cicada husks are scattered around. Feels as if the beating sun is right on top of us. Burning, sizzling, scorching the clearing. A hot, midsummer day. It's as if the world has warped into one massive frying pan. Sob, 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 sob. I'm not doing all of these. Akiha is crying. The little girl who's always following after me is weeping into her hands. A child is on the ground. He lies deathly still, his white shirt stained a deep red. Yeah. Yeah, we've been flashing back to whatever this is, quite a few times, but I think this is the first time they've like really zoomed in on it. I gaze down at them. My hands drip with that same red. No, that's not right. My hands are soaked in its blood. I like the music. It's very spooky, very eerie. Yeah. Shiki! The adults are here. Their faces contort as they realize what's transpired. How could this happen? They drag Akiha away. The other thing is dead. Towering white...
The other thing?
The other thing, yeah. Towering white clouds sail high above in the distance. Left alone, I gaze up vacantly at the summer sky. Did you kill him? The adults are yelling. They're yelling the killer's name. My name. Screaming the same two syllables over and over like they've lost their minds. Just 2 syllables. The adults call out Shiki as they bear down on me. My hands are drenched in blood. I still don't understand. Killing that which can be killed. Killing that which lives. What's wrong with that, exactly? I opened my tightly shut eyes. My dreams were familiar somehow. Something I didn't fully understand. I'm in my room. I remember losing consciousness in front of the gate, but I don't recall how I got here. White woman jump scare. Oh, hi, Noel. My mind is still sluggish. The events of last night come back to me in a scrambled mess. So many crazy things happened that I have trouble processing it all. But one part does stand out. Shoot, Edwin's not here.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I have a sense that this probably doesn't matter, but I'll see if I can look it up anyway.
Give me a sec. I got this.
Are you sure?
Blue glass. What day are we in?
9.
Day 9. Okay.
Here we go. Whoops.
Day 9, you said, right?
Yes.
Looks like it might be arcuoid. And this one doesn't seem to matter too much.
Yeah. So I guess it's just, what do you want more information on? And in that sense, the Man in Black, I suppose.
The Man in Black.
Yeah. The man cloaked in shadow. Thinking back, he must have...
MIB.
Yeah. Thinking back, he must have been lying in wait for me. He knew the path I'd take home. Judging by his form, I'm certain he wasn't human. Which means it's fair to venture that he was a vampire. Could Argoid's enemy have decided to target me now that they know I'm helping her? In any case, I don't have to worry about him anymore. That eye, twisted and seething with hatred, is closed now. The vampire was able to see the same lines I could, but he's been vanquished by the nun. I should get up. I have other things to worry about. Time to get moving. It's 7:30. Most days I'd be finished with breakfast by now. Strange. Hisui isn't here. Usually she's standing there like a shadow on the wall, but I don't see her today.
Oh no.
I bet she came to wake me up
I don't like that.
a few times, yeah. And when I wouldn't budge, she probably gave up and returned to her other duties. Must have been so tired I slept right through it. A deep sigh escapes my lips. I'll be sure to take a nap before meeting up with Arkway tonight. There's no point letting my thoughts linger over what happened last night. I could just talk it over with Arkway later. And if I don't try to have a normal life during the day at least, I might go nuts. Alright, breakfast time. Honestly, I'm not really that hungry, but I could use the nutrients. Especially after last night. My body needs fuel to shake off this fatigue. Oh, well.
And there he
lost his
was.
legs.
The Panther.
Yeah. What? I try lifting my body off the bed, only to find myself collapsing right back down. Like a tree felled for lumber. I tumble shoulder first onto the floor.
He lost his leg.
I'm stuck here, unable to move my arms and legs. Thankfully, everything's... Thankfully, everything is so hazy that I have yet to panic. My body may be paralyzed, but I'm breathing normally. Must be the anemia again, I think dully, as if it were happening to someone else. And just like that, I spend my morning on the floor, staring at the clock until Hisui comes to check on me just after 8.
He's like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. She just comes in like, Master Shiki, are you what? What happened? I'm terribly sorry. I will accept my punishment. I should have realized there was something wrong, Master Shiki. It's not your fault, Hisui, and it's not that big of a deal, I promise. I'm lying on my bed with my back propped up against the headboard. If it weren't for Hisui, I'd still be planted on the floor. My sister has contacted the school. She said you will be absent for health reasons. Is that alright? Yeah, thanks. I'd rather avoid missing school for this sort of thing, but it's true that I am kind of fatigued. I believe this goes far beyond simple fatigue, Master Shiki. You cannot even stand. Given your position as the eldest son of the family, I must urge you to take better care of yourself. Don't worry. I'm being careful. I offer an awkward reassurance after Hisui's surprisingly harsh words. Hisui's reaction when she's found me sure was something. When she first opened the door, she was frozen stiff for a few seconds. She then rushed over to help me, and with a face full of determination and purpose, she froze again for a solid minute.
Oh, damn, this kid's heavy.
Flustered, she paced around the room for a few minutes before finally leaving to get Kohaku. Even though Hisui wasn't the one to physically pick me up, there's no questioning her commitment to my well-being.
I'm just imagining a time-lapse video of, like, them.
Yeah.
She's walking around the room not knowing what to do, and
Yeah.
she's just still on the floor. After that, Kohaku helped me to bed and made me some rice porridge, which brings us to now. The one silver lining to all this is that Akiha has already left for school. If I had fallen 30 minutes earlier, she may have been late. Anyway, thanks for your help. Now that I've had a nice meal, I should be feeling better soon. You can go back to work now. Understood. But I strongly advise you to go see a doctor. Dr. Arak is here to- no thank you!
Hey, would you look at that, Hisui? Suddenly I'm all better. I've been miraculously cured.
Dr. Arak is here today. Perhaps you could take this class to undergo a thorough examination. What a coincidence. So that oddball doctor is here too, huh? I really don't think I need to be examined, but I doubt Hisui will let this go.
You have to go see Dr. Arak.
Oh, is that the actual answer?
That's the actual fucking answer.
Oof.
Look at the other option.
The other option is go with Kohaku, obviously. Yeah. Alright, well, we gotta go with Arak. Or Professor Arak, I suppose. Why is
Wait,
Go...
let me check. Let me double check this.
Because why
Okay,
is...
this one doesn't matter, but considering we went with Kohaku last time...
What are you saying, it's only fair we go with Arak now?
Yeah...
But is it really fair if we're putting Shiki's health on the line?
He's always sick.
True, I suppose. Well, it's been a
For
while.
comedy, Billy.
Yeah,
For comedy.
it's been a while. Anyway, let me just double check.
Then he dies.
Yeah, yeah,
One of the death routes.
yeah. I like to imagine it like starts up like teach me, Miss Shiel, and she's just like, why did you go with her, you fool?
You fool!
Like, when will you learn?
Wait, yeah.
When will you learn?
Your actions have consequences. Oh my god. Okay, what was I? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, as a reminder, so yeah, I am voicing, Arak, but you're the voice of Arak's laugh, specifically.
I remember this. Yes.
Alright, anyways. Okay. Kohaku's probably busy with other work, so I'll see Professor Arak. I don't exactly trust her, but she is a professional. Scrapes and bruises... Scrapes and bruises should be right up her alley. Plus, I still don't know the extent of my injuries from my run-in with Miss Noelle last night. It couldn't hurt to get looked at, just in case I have internal bleeding or something. Yeah, cause, reminder, she, like, judo threw us.
I forgot how that interaction went.
Yeah.
You saw.
I heard you asked to see
Where'd
you.
you come from?
I like how...
Face.
Hang on,
Was
hang
she
on.
under the bed the whole time?
I think it's a time skip, I assume. But also, I just like how it's like... Arak jump scared.
What the fuck?
You saw Smichael here.
Wait, what?
What, who?
What'd you say?
Oh, hey, we saw Smichael here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I heard you asked to see little old me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've got some bad news, mister. There's nothing wrong with
You're
you.
dying.
Yeah. I've got bad news, there's nothing wrong with you.
I've got bad news, mister. There's nothing wrong with you. No broken bones, no missing limbs, and not even an eyeball out of place. How'd you expect to satisfy me with that? And FYI, I mean that kinda professionally, but also kinda not.
So we didn't even need to see the professor.
Yeah. Despite complaining the whole time, Professor Arak takes a thorough look over my body. She checks the sound of my pulse and measures my heart rate. I also have her examine my legs, which have weighed on my mind since my fight with Love. Ultimately, she finds nothing wrong. Everything comes back within the norm. With an overdramatic pout, Professor Arak appears disappointed that there wasn't something more.
Well, your temp's a little low, so why don't we jazz things up with a shot? Maybe a placenta injection? That sounds fun, huh?
Oh.
Excuse me? Why is she looking at me like that?
What's a placenta shot?
That's a good question.
John, do neither of you know what placenta is?
I know what it is, but I'm gonna
Aware
make
of what it
the
is. What's a
assumption.
placenta injection?
Okay,
Yeah, is it like?
yeah,
is it
I
just
don't...
like a straightforward and obvious answer, or is it something else that we just don't know because we're not medical professionals?
No.
She's gonna feed us placenta?
Well, no, she's gonna inject it.
Yeah.
You know people eat placentas?
Yes, I am aware.
Please don't fucking don't. Oh god.
Moving on.
It's usually given to ladies, but I swear the stuff can work miracles.
Placenta? The
What?
stuff extracted from uterine tissue? Here it's mostly used in cosmetics, but it can also act as a stimulant for recovery from fatigue. They say it even has anti-aging properties. Shiki? What?
Please tell me he's trying to joke.
That'd be great. My old doctor used to give me some every now and then.
Ah, perfect.
Alright, he's just going with it. It's probably
Yeah.
not a joke.
Yeah.
Perfect. That saves me from a lot of explaining. Is my sickly boy used to the pokey pain?
Not really, no. I mostly took it in pill form. It was rare for him to give me shots.
I see. Alright, go ahead and hold out that hand for me. And squelchies! Right into my cute little patient.
I seriously disagree with her choice of onomatopoeia.
With my shot done, the checkup is over. Except... Professor Araki makes no move to leave the room. Instead, she lingers behind, her eyes fixated on my body.
Pack your bags, you're about to go on a trip.
Yeah. Professor, is there something else you wanted to look at? Oh, there sure is. I got a little glimpse before, and it sparked my curiosity. Shiki, I'm gonna need those clothes off. What?
I knew this was gonna happen.
What? Like, all of them? Yep. Oh, you can keep the bottoms on, though. And I want the boss to murder me.
Okay.
It's your top half that I want to see. Especially that big ol' scar on your chest. Oh, that's, sure, you can have a look at it.
Was the scar
Okay,
over
this
there?
became
Yes,
a lot more.
yeah, as a reminder,
like a
remember
piece
it's
of
from
glass
his,
stuck on
it's from his accident as a kid.
Oh, okay.
The reason why he was in the hospital and got disowned by his parents.
Disowned. Yeah.
I take off my shirt and sit on the bed.
Fucking the most like fucked up part out of everything is you
My
get
son's
stuck
a
in an
baby, he got
accident.
hit by a car.
Yeah.
You got hit by a car, Shiki?
No.
You're son of
No
mine?
son of
Yeah. That's right. Do you know the twist? Do you know the twist about Shiki?
Kinda, but not really. I know lots of things, but sometimes it's just tip of the iceberg.
Because there's an extra detail that makes it even funnier, but it's like it's directly tied to the spoiler, so we'll save it for later, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, say it when I'm not here.
Yeah. I take off my shirt and sit on the bed. Oh my gosh, what a juicy bod! I thought you had nice arms, but it's totally different seeing the whole package up close. We won't have to worry about starving in the winter with all this meat! Excuse me?
Secretly built? Like, what are we talking about?
I have seen a picture of like shirtless Shiki, but I'm not. I don't have it saved, so I can't pull it up right now. She seems unable to.
Bad touch. Bad touch.
Yeah. She seems unable to contain her joy as she probes my shoulders, arms, and stomach. Touched like this and giving her bold choice of dress, I find myself getting a little worked up. Alright. I mean, anyway, weren't you going to look at my chest?
Greetings and welcome.
That's a YouTube subscription.
Oh, shoot.
My bad. Got a little carried away. Okay. Not sure what they used, but your wound's completely closed. For someone as frail as you are, your metabolic function's pretty solid. Or maybe you're just more of a survivor. Either way, it's super rude that you didn't bring anything for me to take out or replace. Like, why am I even here? After a couple...
I'm anemic. I'm
Yeah.
dying.
I knew she was a mad scientist, but she makes it sound like she's waiting to just give Shiki a fucking prosthetic robot arm or some shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Where's your big boss moment?
Oh my god.
Edwin would have loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he
Shame they
would...
got him.
It's a shame he was hit by that car tomorrow, driven by me at 3:30 p.m. Which is the exact for anyone watching, he used that exact same joke on Alm yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyways, also if he were here and if he heard that, I just know he would have started singing "No one hears over."
Word. We're gonna play that at his funeral.
Yeah. Because also, I don't know if I told you guys, but when we were at the game store, like before you got there,
every time we saw like something Metal Gear related like on the shelf, he would start singing that. So like 3 separate times he would just go, "Oh my god, it's the no one here." Anyways, after a couple minutes, Professor Arak moves away from the bed, seemingly satisfied. That really is something. But they could have killed one of those movie vampires, let alone a human.
Vampires? Why would you say that?
Yeah. Did it hurt a whole lot when it happened? Oh, just imagining it is getting my engine running. Right. I was told a piece of glass fell and pierced me. Flustered by her use of the word vampire, I explained something that doesn't need explaining. Oh, you don't remember? No memory of it, huh? Well, in that case, let's change topics. You're already back home. It's not like you could get away even if you tried. Hold on. What did she just say? Psych! I'm only messing with you. Anyway, I think I'll be heading out. I hope we'll get to spend more quality time together in the future. Professor Arak leaves, her heels clicking against the floor.
More questions.
Yeah. Huh.
Huh?
Something about the way she walks reminds me of a spider skittering after its prey.
Oh my god, her name.
Oh my god, Professor Arachnid!
Yes.
Meanwhile...
Meanwhile, in our universe.
It's afternoon now. After having a light lunch, I returned to my room. Isui urged me to get some rest today, not that I have anything to do in the first place. Now that I'm feeling better, I think I'll...
Hold on. This one I'm pretty sure does actually matter.
Hang on.
Which floor is gonna kill you?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, hang on. Let me look at...
The first floor seems to be the...
Hang on, I want to look... Can you find... Is there a description of what happens if you go second floor?
You do get a branching path, but it does lead to a bad end.
What does it say what the choice is?
Yeah, it's, walk to the second floor and then investigate the study, and then you get the bad end.
Well, so... I told Edwin this. There was one bad ending that I saw that I want us to see.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And you
let's...
think it might be this one?
It is this one, cause it is, yeah. Cause it's Shiki goes to investigate, his... Like, we're about to see it, so I guess we'll just, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. After mulling over what to do, I decided to take my first walk around the estate in 7 years. I'll start with the second floor. The Tono mansion is split into the east wing and the west wing. The east wing contains Akiha's office, and even further in, her private quarters. It's practically her own little kingdom. I'm a little hesitant to intrude, so I'll stick to the west wing for today. Make for the west hallway. The path to my right connects to the lobby. Continuing... I just realized I forgot to save. Hang on.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think it would probably just take us back there, but it's good to save.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Save. There we go. Alright. Here we go. Oh, wait. That's my arc next to the lobby. Continuing forward would take me into the heart of the West Wing. Of course, my own room is directly behind me. Almost every room facing this hallway is empty. It would have been used by extended family members when my father was alive. I think the room at the end was Makihisa Tono's study. Why is Arcwade here?
What?
Arcwade's words from last night linger in my mind.
It's not just you that's special, it's your lineage. That's absurd.
Ah.
But then again, she's not the type to...
that's what you're on about if I know the...
Yeah, okay,
Is that what you
yeah.
meant? Yeah, okay, yeah, I do know about that.
It's like two things, but like that's a part of it. But then again, she's not she's not the type to assert something without good reason. I searched Makihisa's study. Akiha's at school. Kohaku's out shopping, and Hisui's cleaning on the first floor. I'm completely alone. Some might consider it taboo to snoop around a dead man's room, but this is my house too. Don't I have a right to know what's in there? Besides,
No.
what's the harm in taking a quick peek inside my dad's room? The door at the end is locked. I take off my glasses and slice through the line sitting on the lock.
Huh.
There's no going back now. After a quick check back down the hall once more to make sure nobody else is there, I venture in. Wait, hold on. Yeah, wait, hang on. I just remembered something. I just need to check the... Oh, shoot. Oh! No wonder. Oh, okay, it doesn't even matter then. Anyways, what's with this room? It's pitch black. Even with the curtains closed, should it be this dark? I grope around the wall for a light switch before stopping myself. Turning on the light would only broadcast the fact that somebody's in here. Probably just being paranoid, but you end up opting for my phone's flashlight instead. Huh. It's way cleaner in here than I expected. The interior is similar to Akiha's office. I suppose it's only been a month since he died, so it's not too surprising it's still like this. Even his bookshelf is the same as it was before he died. Which begs the question, why is it so dark in here? I shine my phone towards the windows to see what's up with the curtains. Huh? Underneath the darkness, I find something you never expect in an ordinary room. A seal of some kind. Are those iron bars? But why? None of this makes any sense. But it's hard to deny something when it's staring you right in the face. In place of windows, I find a section of solid wall. It was this, not curtains, that was blocking out the light. A thick set of iron bars has been mounted across the wall, as if to keep something out. Or perhaps to keep something trapped within.
The Nether.
This looks really bad. I don't know what this darkness means, but I do know that I've stumbled upon something that I never should have laid eyes on. A cage of madness. That's what this is. I have to get out of this room right away. The others can't know I was here. Not Akiha, not Kohaku, not anybody. If someone found out, it'd probably damage our relationship beyond repair. No, I can't chicken out now. I continue searching the room.
I'm gonna give you a choice.
Yeah!
Okay.
I continue searching the room, my phone lighting the way. The bookcase also catches my eye, but I don't have time to rummage through it. I'll search Makihisa's desk first. That old man always kept things just so. If there's anything to find, I'm sure that's where I should look. He might have documents on Akiha, me, or the company hidden in one of his drawers. The first two drawers are unlocked, so I check them first. Totally empty. The third drawer down, however, seems to require a key. Guessing this one hasn't been opened since my father died. I take off my glasses once again and kill the lock. What is this?
I know this is supposed to be a serious moment, so I do feel a little bad that I'm like, fucking say this. But the fact that he's really lax about like using his fucking eyes of depth perception
Yeah.
to just cut open locks
Yeah.
is fucking funny to me.
Yeah, which I mean, to be fair, he's done that like 5 times now at this point in the story, so.
Mhm.
So yeah. Anyways. What is this? Some kind of journal? Inside the last drawer are a bundle of old papers and a thick book. Papers look to be a Tono family tree. What's this doing here? It looks pretty ancient. This must have been passed down from generation to generation. Bingo. Right below Makihisa Tono, I find Shiki Tono and Akiha Tono. Wait a second. Dad adopted a child 9 years ago. Oh, but it sounds like they died soon after from a disease. 9 years ago, I would have been 8. I may have been young, but it's pretty weird that I don't have a single memory of them. Maybe it was the child of a mistress that was kept under wraps? But could the old man I know, always no nonsense and by the book, really do something like that? Never in a million years. But all the family heads sure do die young. Dad died from an illness before reaching 50, the guy before him from an accident at 30, and his predecessor from suicide at 18.
Oh shit.
Hang on a second. That's too weird to just be a coincidence. I pore over the family tree. I didn't read it wrong. Everyone in the Tono family has died under mysterious circumstances. Suicides, accidents, murders, unexplained disappearances. Not a single person on here died peacefully at the end of a long life. I don't know how else to explain it other than that they were cursed. The thing that sticks out most is that the majority of them took their own lives. Many killed themselves on the eve of their adulthood or soon after. Light fades from my vision. There's a sensation of blood pooling in the back of my head. Numbness is spreading through my arms and legs, and my breathing grows shallower with every second. My gaze drifts back to the journal, focusing in on it to ward off the rising feeling of vertigo and dread. I flip the page. This one's dated 2004. That's the same year the child Makihisa adopted passed away in secret. My eyes dissect each word before moving on to the next. The writing is neat. Looks to be penned by my late father's meticulous hand. I feverishly read the page. The Tono family is cursed. In recent years, children express latent genes from centuries almost 10 years old. The ink has faded in places, making the words difficult to decipher. Of course, my children and I have not been spared from this fate. Akiha exhibits especially strong. It pains me to think of my children's future. A doctor to whom I was introduced claims that strict discipline from an early age could impede the surgery again tonight. I cannot tell Akiha. She'd no doubt resent me, hate me for my cruelty. But everything is for the Tono. Still, however, I am relieved. Despite her blood being, Akiha is far more human than her brother. What is this? The Tono family's cursed? Latent genes? Surgery for Akiha? And who is that last line about? Her brother, her brother, her brother. The answer is obvious. Good afternoon, Shiki.
Uh-oh.
My stomach feels hot. The scar on my chest has gone numb plenty of times, but this is an entirely new experience. An excruciating pain erupts from within, like my organs are being branded with an iron rod. Sensation begins slipping away from my toes. I slump against the desk, attempting to brace myself with my hands. But unable to maintain my grip, I fall to the ground back first.
Shit. Stream paused for me.
Yeah. I'm afraid that journal isn't for your eyes. I've yet to give it a thorough... yeah, I've yet to give it a thorough inspection. Not that I had intended for you to see it in the first place. My mind drifts away. The man's voice. It's... I was hoping you would stir up a bit more trouble for the little mistress. I don't know how you obtained that key, but call it a stroke of misfortune that you did.
By the time I notice, my breathing has long since ceased. The lines once clear as day are gone, as is my headache. Of course, only now does it dawn on me. Those insufferable headaches were also a kind of salvation. I mean, how am I supposed to wake up without them? Shiki Tono, whose body had lost its function long ago, drifts off into an eternal sleep. Yeah, I thought it would be good to see that one, at least.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, that gives a lot of, like, hints as to, what's kind of going on with the Tonos. Anyways,
Spoilers, you can't see that yet.
yeah. What? Anyways, I guess I'm taking over both of them this time.
Need help?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
Why does a bird sing? Why does a shrimp... You know, maybe I do need help with network.
Alright. I'm doing network?
Yeah, I think I can do Shiel, but, like, I can't really do the like, nasally kind of voice for network.
Yeah. Why does a bird sing? Why does a shrimp wiggle? Why does the MC always try to go into locked rooms? Wow.
What? Oh, Shiel sensei. Oh.
Welcome back to Teach Me Schmidt Shell, where we aim to answer all of mankind's most pressing questions. Let's do it!
Days 6 through 8 were quite forgiving, weren't they? Are you feeling rested after going without a dead end for a while? Our story is nearing its climax. You may find yourself dying a bit more frequently now. So be sure to consider your options carefully before making a decision.
We died pretty frequently in the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Now then, for this dead end. Oh my, stabbed from behind.
Chances are not. You gotta focus. Or maybe that mummy is more OP than he looks.
I understand that you were absorbed in the room's weirdness. We have to be a little more careful. Besides, snooping like that is best done in pairs. One of you can watch the door to make sure no one's coming, while the other goes through the juicy documents. It may be best to avoid the study until you find someone who'll do that for you.
Maybe the next time we go back into that room is when we have someone with us. It's probably when we actually learn shit like that.
Maybe.
Like some kind of secret agent, Do you know anyone with skills like that, though? She has a total muscle brain, so I don't think she'd be of much help.
If I was alone, I'd have no problem. Helping Tono sneak in, on the other hand. You may be right. I don't think I'm the best choice. Though I hope you find someone who can help you.
We're not even being coy anymore. Could it be a maid? Perhaps a little Sachin?
We haven't even seen her in days.
I don't even know who she is.
That was you remember Shiki's classmate that like clearly had a crush on him? She had brown hair. She had brown hair.
Didn't we only see her at the beginning and then
yeah, she hasn't appeared in multiple days.
Yeah.
Though I guess to be fair, Shiki hasn't really been going to school recently.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that for now. Either way, it doesn't seem to bear much relation to all of these vampires running around. Oh, and also, Sachi is just her nickname. Her actual name is Satsuki.
Yeah, I still wouldn't know.
Yeah. Now that you know the reason for your death, you can just go back and try something else. Let sleeping dogs lie. Avoid Makihisa Tono's study and choose somewhere safe.
Alright. What kind of mansion does death... Oh.
There's death traps all over the place, anyway.
Alright. Anyways, back to regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.
After mulling over what to do, I decided to take my first walk around the estate in 7 years. I'll stick to the first floor for now, and make my way over to the courtyard. I find myself squinting from the sunlight peeking through the windows. The lobby never ceases to amaze me. When I was little, I used to get in trouble all the time for exploring the mansion. Seemed like a castle back then. I was so certain that, if I looked hard enough, I might find some secret passageway into another world. That sense of adventure's gone now, though, along with my nagging father. They're all in the past. Feels like a lifetime ago. Even just walking down the halls used to get my heart pounding. 7-year-old memories of sneaking through the lobby begin to resurface. Spurred by those echoes of the past, I begin my stroll around the mansion. I head outside to the terrace. Strange as it is, I have a better recollection of the grounds than the mansion itself. It's hard to fathom just how enormous the estate is. If the mansion itself is 10 times bigger than most houses, then the land beneath it must rival the size of an amusement park. To a 10-year-old like me, it must have seemed like a dreamland, fantasy world I could call my own. I'd spend the day roaming around, carving my name into the trees and the dirt. Akiha and I had a game where we'd see who could claim the most territory. We decided at one point that we controlled any area we carved our name on. From there, we set out to tag pretty much everything we could find. Most of the time we spent together was actually out here in the garden. Though, unlike me, she listened to Makihisa, so she could only play for 30 minutes a day. Even so, all she ever did was follow closely behind us, listening carefully to what we said. But when she got going, she'd run around, turning everything into a competition. You know, maybe the groundwork for her current personality was there all along. Could it have been a facade, an act she was putting on in front of the old man? Still, even if that were true, she changed too much. Or maybe I just didn't understand how long 7 years can be. Time passes, and children grow up. Neither of us is who we were back then. Ah, here it is. There's a gazebo in the courtyard. At the base of one of the pillars, hidden from the sun's gaze, I find a name etched into the stone. I circle around the building, counting the names as they go. Shiki, Akiha, Shiki, Shiki, Shiki. Looks like this place was fought over 5 times. Most places are the same, with my name appearing a lot more than hers. Akiha was still a little girl. She probably just couldn't keep up with my boundless energy. Yeesh, couldn't I have gone a little easier on her? Though it's not like I can go back and change what happened just because I feel bad about it now. Akiha has always hated losing. From the looks of this, I bet I made her shed quite a few tears. Maybe her current attitude stems from her still holding a grudge against me. Akiha is the last person I'd expect to do that, but there is something incredibly adorable about the thought of it. Whomst? What? Edwin? I thought you were dead!
I went to work.
Oh!
Wait, what?
Wait, I thought you said he had to wake up early tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna eat before I go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
I literally just got back.
Oh. Alright, well anyways. Look at me, doting on her like a sappy older brother. I chuckle wryly to myself before lifting my head. I've had some fun walking down memory lane. Maybe it's time I head back in.
But before I turn to leave, something catches my eye. I spy another marking scratched into the underside of the gazebo ceiling. All the way up there? How did that get carved there? Doubt an adult could even reach that high, let alone a child. And that's my name. From within the gazebo,
What?
I put my feet up on the handrail to get a better look. It's well hidden. Adults wouldn't be able to see it unless they crouched at the correct angle. There, lurking in a hidden corner of the ceiling. Beware your brother. What? I don't understand. Beware your brother? This isn't Akiha's handwriting, which would mean I wrote this. A sudden sound draws my attention. Oh, hi, Hisui. Through the trees, I glimpse the brown and white of a maid's uniform. Is that Hisui?
Brown.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does look more black in that image at least. Yeah, I don't know. She hasn't noticed me. For whatever reason, she continues further into the forest. Why is she coming in there? All that's out there is more trees. So what could she possibly be doing? Curious, I decide to follow her for a bit.
Yes, they say it's brown even though it's very obviously gray.
There's a path through the forest, though it hasn't been paved. They say these woods were once the main part of the Tono family estate. Originally, the land where the mansion and the garden stand was just the entranceway to this forest. But after the war, the head of the family...
He said the G word. He said the G word.
Oh my god. But after the war, the head of the family decided to change things to how they are now. I proceed through the woods. The trees aren't too dense, but they seem to stretch on into infinity. Eventually, I spot a strange building. Was this always here? I half expect Hisui to go inside, but instead she walks in the opposite direction. Maybe it's some kind of temple or gathering hall? I continue treading along. After about 10 minutes of walking, the labyrinth of trees comes to an abrupt end. A clearing. In the middle of the forest is an unnaturally open field. What could this place be? At the very least, I have no memory of it. If I hadn't tailed Hisui, I would have never known about this tiny patch of land buried deep in the forest. Since when was this here? If we'd known about it, we would have played here all the time. I have no recollection of playing in this clearing with Akiha. At least, I don't think I do. I contemplate for a second before stepping into the clearing. There's not much out here. Hisui, who had been ahead of me this whole time, is nowhere to be seen. It's just a vacant spot. The sun beats down harder in the center of the clearing. Even looking down, its glaring white rays overtake my vision. I wonder if it's because I've been in the shade for so long. It feels like the middle of summer. Glancing upward, I find huge, fluffy clouds high in the sky. The air shimmers with heat, and the keening of cicadas eats at me. The cries of the cicadas. My consciousness sizzles. My knees buckle, thudding onto scalding sand and soil. I know this place. I may have forgotten, but I know it. The summer sun batters my forehead. The screams of cicadas echo in my ears. The smell of assaults my nostrils. At my feet lies a crumpled mass, dark and red. I was alive just moments ago. Ow! The wound on my chest flares like a knife. Splitting skin and flesh, this pain punctures through my chest. Hold on. cicadas screech, screech, screech. They wail for it to stop. 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 They cry for the dead. 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 I hear more screeching. Of cicadas? Even though it's already autumn. Looking up, I feel the summer sun pierce my eyes. The tepid air makes me feel sick. I'm besieged by the sights and sounds of empty shells. The husk of a cicada lies at my feet. A husk that was once a human.
What the fuck is going on?
The wound splits open. A deluge of red spills out of the chest, coating my hands in the glistening crimson. I glimpse the silhouette of a figure slumped over, followed by the sound of a young girl's footsteps rushing towards it. Towering clouds sail high above in the distance. Beneath a blue sky, creatures have cast off the shell of this mortal coil. By the time I realize what's happening, I see Akiha, bloodied and crying. Screech, 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 screech. I'm in hell. The shrill of the cicadas threatens to pierce my eardrums like a needle. What is this? My chest stings. I think I'm gonna be sick. My wound should have closed a long time ago. Why does it hurt so bad now? It feels busted. Unimpeded, a red fluid begins to flow. What's happening? My wound hasn't healed at all. It hurts. I'm scared. This is the impulse of death. My consciousness plummets. Pus blooms where my wound tears open. My mind regresses, smothered by illusions of summer. Feels like my soul is escaping. I hear the soft thud of my body hitting the grass. I can hear people talking. Will you not be... Oh. Edwin, are you still here? I guess not.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm reading.
Okay. Do you want to read Hisui or just want to keep eating? Because it's fine.
Eating.
All right. Will you not be calling a doctor, Mistress Akiha? Oh, Johnny.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Hisui. My brother's injury is far from normal. How could we possibly call a doctor for this?
Akiha and Hisui are speaking. This is Shiki's room. I'm sleeping on the bed. Yeah. My senses are finally back. I try to push myself up and break the tension with a greeting, but my body won't listen to my brain's commands. Though the pain in my chest is gone, my entire body feels like lead. Looks like my mouth and eyes are the only things I've got control over.
Is it Akiha?
Yeah.
Explain yourself, Hisui. You know full well that Shiki shouldn't be allowed anywhere near there.
I'm terribly sorry.
You think an apology will fix things? The reason I had you attend Shiki in the first place was precisely to avoid something like this. What on earth were you thinking?
Akiha's seething mad. This might be the most emotion I've ever seen from her. Hisui, head bowed, simply received her scolding. I don't know what led to all this. All I can tell is that Hisui is getting yelled at because of me.
Now, why don't you tell me? Just what were you doing today, and where? Not only did you neglect to report that he collapsed, you then allowed him into the forest. This was either a willful act or one of gross incompetence. Answer the question, Hitsui. Or do you intend to defy me as well?
Hisui maintains her silence. The air in the room grows heavier with every breath. Akiha bites her lip and takes a step forward. It's obvious to me that she's going to strike her. Hisui continues to look down at the floor, ready to accept her punishment. Wait a second, Akiha.
Shiki, you're awake.
Yeah. Hard to sleep when you're being so loud.
Oh.
Akiha looks away, visibly uncomfortable. Hisui, meanwhile, has her eyes to the floor and won't even look in my direction. Hey, you shouldn't be so hard on Hisui. I don't really know what's going on, but this is about me collapsing, right? It's not her fault. It's mine. Urging strength to my arms, I lift myself up into a sitting position. That simple motion takes all the energy I have. At this point, I don't think I could lift a finger. But for Hisui's sake, I need to pretend like I'm okay. And, jeez, don't fight over me. You may look older, but I guess you're still a kid after all.
But you were unconscious this whole time. For more than 10 hours. It's never been that bad before. What was I supposed to do if you never woke up?
Hey, don't say stuff like that. You're gonna jinx me. This was just my usual anemia. Wait, are you telling me it's already past 10?
Yes. Do you see now? You've been unconscious since midday.
Akiha's tone is reserved. But it's not my health I'm worried about. It's my promise to Arcwade. 10 o'clock, and don't you dare be late. She looked like she really meant that last part. Can only imagine what she'll put me through if I'm late again. Ah, crap. I have to get going. Sorry, Akiha, but I've got to head out. The rest will have to wait. Be nice to Hisui, okay?
It'd be ridiculous. Ask where you've been going. So please, stop pushing. Just for tonight.
Akiha. She's genuinely pleading with me. Seeing her this worried, I can feel my determination start to waver. This really does happen all the time, you know? Back in middle school, I'd pass out twice a day.
That's precisely why I'm so worried. Please, Shiki. Just this once. Listen to me. I'm begging you.
Akiha peers into me, anxiously awaiting my response. I
Hold on.
I think I know this one. I think it's do as Akiha says.
Hold on, let me double check.
Hang
Do
on.
as she says, yes.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure Go See Arcway leads to a bad ending.
Yep.
But hang on, yeah.
Yep.
Let me check something though, because I know there was another one I wanted to see, but I don't think it was this one. Let me.
I think it'd be pretty obvious, like, what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're pretty weak right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, technically it was... I think this was the... Oh wait, never mind. This isn't it. Okay. Yeah. I guess I found no choice. If I keep going against her wishes, I feel like I'll just make her cry. Okay. Stay in and rest tonight. I lie back down.
This
Yeah,
the stream keeps pausing for you guys.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now it did.
What
Right
the
now.
heck? Wait, do you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah.
Do you see it still?
Yes.
Okay. And if I... Okay, wait, if I do this, what happens?
Paused.
Now it's paused.
Okay, it's whenever I exit, like, full screen. It's because I, like... Because sometimes I, like, exit out to, like, check on, like, audio and stuff, but...
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, we're fine. Anyways. Did you read this?
No. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Really? You won't try to sneak out later tonight? Fuck.
Close enough. I won't. Honestly, my body is still pretty sluggish. Now I think I could slip out unnoticed even if I wanted to.
Thank goodness.
Akia lowers her shoulders, obviously relieved.
Hisui, go tell Kohaku that my brother is awake. Will you be having dinner tonight, Shiki?
Oh, right. Sorry, but I don't have much of an appetite. Think I'm just gonna sleep.
Alright. Hisui, inform Kohaku as such.
Well then. Now that I'm lying down, the fatigue sets in again, lulling me towards a deep slumber. Okay, anyway. Probably got a minute at best before I fall back asleep. But before I do... Akiha, has that place in the garden always been there?
Yes. We played there often as children.
Huh. For some reason, I don't really remember it. Yeah, I'd totally forgotten it, in fact. Can I ask you another question? This one's kind of weird. Was there, another kid we used to play with?
Huh?
Akia tilts her head in confusion. That's a reasonable response. Of course there wasn't anyone else. But if there wasn't, then something doesn't add up. What I saw in my dream, and the dream I had in the clearing, if they're the same, there has to have been another child. A child who was killed. Otherwise... it's nothing. Just something I dreamed.
I see. Well then, good night, Shiki. Please get some rest.
Yeah, will do. My consciousness is cut off the moment I respond. Tightening I feel in my chest each time I go to sleep isn't there tonight. It's like a switch has been flipped in my mind. As if to escape from all that's happened today, Shiki Tono sinks deeper into a dark abyss. Death.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, this chapter was a lot shorter than the other. In fact, when I looked at the length of like the days like in like looked at like a Let's Play to see like how long each day was. The video for this one was 43 minutes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we have time to look at a little bit more then.
Yeah. We go halfway.
Yeah. Day 10. Blood Red Moon.
1. Or is that an I?
I think it's 1.
Same thing.
Did someone leave the window open? You can hear birds chirping outside. A cool breeze brushes my cheek.
You're. What?
That'd be real convenient if the breeze was able to brush your teeth.
Yeah. Oh, anyway.
I was gonna say which one for cheeks, but you said teeth.
Oh my, because I mean, brush my teeth is like a much more natural sentence, so I think my mind just like interjected that.
That's fair.
Anyways,
You never would expect it to brush your cheeks.
yeah. Sunlight filters through my eyelids. Yeah, I'm wrapped in a scene of warm, gentle hues, greeted by the peaceful morning. I grab my glasses from the pillow without another thought. That's right. I must have fallen asleep after talking to Akiha. My joints are pretty dull, but I still feel better than I did last night. Back to it. I muttered to mentally prepare myself. It's time to wake up and face the morning. What the heck is she doing here? Look who's finally up. Except, when I open my eyes, I find myself facing Arkwade instead. I stare silently at her face. Every last thought has been banished from my mind. My brain's gone so blank it might as well be tofu.
That's. I'm gonna start using that from now on. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a pretty normal fucking reaction considering what's happening. You just wake up and you see her. Yeah, that.
Yeah,
White woman jump scare.
literally.
I don't even
First thing in the morning. First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about the fact that Edwin just muted.
Yeah.
Anyways, at this point I had even forgotten how to breathe. Seriously, what is even happening here? All I know is that Arkwade is right in front of me. In my bedroom. At barely 9 in the morning. On my bed. Still wearing her boots. You! You liar! You promised you'd meet me! Her foul mood has dimmed the luster of her red eyes. Except it really hasn't. At this proximity, I can appreciate every last detail. Her eyes are stunning. Shiki, now's not the time! Arkwade stares at me with
Really not the time.
Arkwade stares at me with unblinking disapproval. Yeah. She is really close to me right now. Close enough for me to notice the smoothness of her skin. To feel her breath and warmth against me. Should we fuse?
No, I don't wanna.
I don't want to! The weight of her body pins me into the sheets. Martial artists call it a mount. Hold on, Arkwade. What are you doing in my room at this hour? What are you doing in his room to begin with? Even though I want to yell at her, I try my best to keep my voice to a whisper. It'd all be over for me if Hisui heard and came rushing in. I don't know what else going on, but I'm smart enough to know how bad that would be. Come on, get off of me! What are you doing, you home invader? Do you get your kicks from breaking into people's rooms and straddling them like a goddamn horse? You've got some nerve. Yep, you've got some nerve. I'm only here because you broke your promise, you know. Who do you think you are? Making someone wait while you snooze away? Arkwade pouts and glares at me indignantly. That's right. I promised I'd meet her last night,
And I broke that promise.
He was probably gonna die. So
Yeah. Okay. I will say one thing. Okay. I guess I might as well just kind of say what happens in that other ending. He doesn't die, but when he comes back to the mansion, they throw him in the dungeon, basically.
bruh.
Okay,
Yeah. It's like I don't know how else to describe it. It's just they like put him in a room with no exit, like no windows. And he's just
Put
there.
him in solitary confinement.
Literally, yes, literally.
The fuck?
Anyway, the birds continue to chirp outside. Finally, the pieces start coming together. I understand why Arkwade is angry, but it isn't an excuse for all this. You don't invade someone's room while they're asleep, especially when you can just rip into them later. The window was closed when I went to bed, but it's open now, so she must have come in through there. Right. Look, I'm sorry for standing you up and not keeping my word. But that doesn't mean you can just break into my house. It's not your house, though. Arkwade sets me straight.
Damn.
Honestly, I was
Damn
even...
it. She got me.
Yeah. He's just like, it's my house. She's like, nuh-uh, your sister's name is on the property. Whatever.
on the deed.
It's on the deed, yeah. I don't see your name on the legal papers. Honestly, I was... wait. Okay. Honestly, I was even more angry before. I waited for hours. By the time I realized you weren't coming, even I was surprised just how mad I'd gotten. There was no way I was gonna let this go. I wanted to march in here and wring your scrawny neck until you begged for forgiveness. I've never experienced that state of mind before. Why is it specifically here? Why is the camera specifically here?
I have no idea.
You know exactly.
Yeah. I tried to calm myself down, but the more I thought about it, the angrier I got. By the end, I was seething. It was like being stuck in a swamp where the more I struggled, the deeper in I fell. A swamp made out of all things I wanted to say to you. Can you understand how that feels? It was like I was losing my mind. Her scarlet eyes are brimming with anger, frustration, and indignation. Whatever she was feeling before, I'd wager it hasn't fully left. Yeah, that would be rough. I idly nod along, covertly brushing my fingers over my neck to make sure it's still intact. Right? Right? When I couldn't stand it anymore, I snuck in here, but you were asleep. I wanted to at least hear your excuse, so I decided to wait a little longer. But you're a real deep sleeper. I had nothing else to do except watch you while you slept. You know... You know, you are scarily quiet when you're asleep. As still as the dead. I was starting to worry you'd never wake up again. If you were that worried, you could have shook me awake or something. Actually, I'm more concerned you were here in my room this entire time. Maybe, but I thought you'd be ashamed to do that to you. I know how I look when I sleep. If I could sleep half as peacefully as you, I'd probably be really happy. So I just sat here staring, wondering how you could look so content. By the time I realized it, I wasn't that angry anymore. And then you woke up. Are you saying you were here all night? Yeah! The other residents came by a few times, but I made sure they didn't spot me. Actually, one of them dropped by to wake you up just a little while back. But I didn't want that, so I got rid of her. What?
And what?
What did you do to Hisui? Arkwade gives a flippant chuckle. You... got rid of her? Oh, don't worry, I didn't hurt her or anything. Remember how I told you that vampires also possess mystic eyes? I mesmerized her and planted the idea that you'd already left for school. She won't even remember me. She won't remember, huh? Arkwade sure is pushy about some things.
Arkwade would never hurt my other goat.
Which one, Kohaku?
Yeah.
Also, hang on.
Yeah.
Gordon needs to go outside, so I'll be back in like a few minutes.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Oh,
sports.
Sports,
Sports days. Yeah. This is really what we're gonna be saying when we got nothing to say. Sports.
Yeah.
sports.
Sports.
Did you guys see that they're releasing Stranger Things season 5 in 3 batches across the whole year?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, they're trying to milk the shit out of it, man. I haven't seen this much milking for a finale since Attack on Titan.
Sports?
As for sports,
Ports? Motherfucking Newports.
Newports. You know, for the thing, we're gonna have to do some extensive planning.
Yeah,
I already did it, by the way.
I figured.
I not agreeably.
He didn't even go to the bathroom.
Brother.
He like just went outside. He just went outside and just came back in. He was whining and everything. The heck, dog?
Oh, look at it. Oh, never mind.
Anyway. Hang on. Come here. There you go. Alright. Anyways. But I guess I should be thankful. She salvaged the situation for me in her own way.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh. I think he's throwing up. Yep, there he goes. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap. Gordon. What's going on?
Good question.
Sports?
Sports.
It's crazy just how many sports there are.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was doing yesterday?
Was that?
I was up explaining the entirety of Fate until 6 in the morning.
To whomst?
Any who would listen.
I see.
The fuck?
Yes, Johnny?
To any who would listen?
Any who would listen. I don't know why you said it so surprised. So taking it back over that.
Yeah. Like, that seems pretty cryptic. I guess.
Whoever would listen.
Whoever was in the call. I forgot who.
To whoever would listen. While I was at work, something crossed my mind. I don't know if it's ever been explained, but why is it that some servants come back the way they were when they died, and some just become completely different people? How come Saber is pretty much the exact same as she was when she died, but then like Musashi is like a completely different entity?
You want the short answer or the long answer?
The one that'll give you the most satisfactory explanation.
Okay, the Musashi thing, it's because she's weird and she's a very she's an anomaly, basically. As for the Saber thing, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's kind of what I assumed. It's kind of what I assumed, because I was like, why is it like that? Why is it that some servants look the same as they were when they were alive, and then some don't?
Speaking of Nasuverse.
Yeah, speaking of Nasu.
Alright, I think I'm up to speed. And I'm sorry about yesterday, Arquid. I won't beg for forgiveness, but I swear I won't break my word ever again. Our eyes lock as I apologize. You've learned your lesson? I have. For all, you've just made me realize what's in store for me if I ever stand you up again. My hands go up in a show of surrender. Smiling as though her earlier displeasure had evaporated into thin air, Arquid gives me a satisfied nod. At last she gets off of me and the bed. What were you thinking wearing your boots on the bed, though? Do you know what a pain it would be to get footprints off of the sheets? I grumble as I sit up straight. Arquid watches me crawl out of the bed from a few steps away. There we go. Can I help you with something? Huh? Oh, I'm just waiting for you to get changed. We can't go out with you looking like that, right? Well, I'm not about to head outside in my pajamas, no. Wait, hold up. What did you just say? Oh, I was thinking I'd monopolize you for the day. What?
What?
That way you can atone for standing me up. Arquid replies like it's the most obvious thing in the world. But if we're hanging out all day, doesn't that mean she's asking me to skip school, too? Hang on, I got school to go to! Boo! Thought you were ready to repent. Are you really picking school over me?
She makes a valid point.
Yeah. She really knows how to hit me where it hurts. I take a quick glance at the clock. It's just past 9. If I were to head to school now, I'd be late anyway. Besides, I do owe it to her for making her stand around all night. And when it comes down to it, spending time with her does sound like a lot more fun. Fine, I'm all yours. But we aren't going to find any new leads during the day, right? Huh? No, that's totally fine. If we're just strolling around town, doesn't matter if it's still daylight. Now you've lost me. I thought you wanted to make me up. Thought you wanted to make up for lost time since we didn't go looking for any vampires yesterday. Well, yeah, we'll continue our search after night falls. But I figured it'd be tough for you to be on the job all day long, so we can take it easy while the sun's out. Sure, that makes sense. What if it's just the two of us walking around town? It'll look an awful lot like a date. It'll look like a date. Sure, we've walked around at night, but this will be different. We'd 100% look like a couple. These things probably don't even occur to Arquid, her being a vampire and all. She probably just wants me to take her somewhere fun, but come on. Can you even handle time with her without any vampire hunting to keep us busy? You okay there, Shiki? Your cheeks are kind of red. Which one? I scrambled to cover my face with my hands and avert my gaze from Arquid. It's not like we haven't already had plenty of alone time. So far it's been some life or death situation, fighting for survival. Thinking about anything else would have meant certain death. I've been trying to ignore her beauty in order to focus on the task at hand. But what if we just spent the day together like normal people, without a clear objective in mind or any impending doom to distract us? No doubt I'd start to notice things I could do without... Shiki? I guess you'd rather go to school after all, huh? I never said that, and I already agreed to come along. Told you I wasn't gonna break my word again, remember? I don't know what's gotten into you, but I'd be happy to walk you around town. Oh, thanks, Shiki. Come on, we better get going then. Her smile is dazzlingly bright. What does she have to thank me for? Arkway practically skips over to the window she presumably entered from. Don't... She's not gonna jump, is she? Hold on, I still have to change. Don't just look out the window or something. Did you say something? I did, but... Just wait outside. It's Tsukihime hours, yeah. I did, but... Just wait outside. I'll catch up with you in a second. Okay, I'll be over by the gate then. Don't keep me waiting any longer than you already have, okay? Great slinks out of the window as lithe and agile as a cat. I watch as she bounds between the trees. There she goes, from branch to branch, never touching the ground even once. Before I know it, she's gone from my sight. Seeing her now, it's no wonder she managed to slip inside of my room unnoticed. This isn't the time to be admiring her. I've gotta get out of here without Hisui noticing. Quickly change into some casual attire. It's a school day, so putting on my uniform would only draw unwanted attention. He says that like he's never not admiring her, true. Opening my door, Ark's strongest soldier. Opening my door just a crack, I peek to make sure nobody's coming down the hall. I don't want to risk passing through the lobby, so instead I climb out of the window of an empty room on the first floor. Finally, I make it to the gate. I had to take a bit of a detour through the garden to avoid detection, so it took a little longer than I would have liked. Of course, Arkwade is here already. Sorry for the wait. Let's get moving. The longer we stick around, the higher the chance that Kohaku will catch us. Huh? Oh, right. Yeah, we should get going. Her response is surprisingly flat compared to how bouncy and energetic she was earlier. What is it this time? Something happened while you were waiting? No, not really. In spite of my tone, her head still seems to be up in the clouds. You're not feeling well because the sun's out? You don't have to overdo it, you know. You can cancel our stroll if it's too much. Oh, no, I'm fine. It's just that looking at these gates made me think of yesterday. You mean how you were waiting for me at the park? Arkwade nods meekly. Yesterday I came here and stuck into your room without thinking twice, but looking back, it's kind of strange what I did. Why was I so angry with you? It's not like it's the first time you haven't kept your word. Arkwade folds her hands together as she ponders the mystery. Hey, do you know why I was so mad? You're always calling me stupid, so surely you've got the answers, right? Okay, hang on, let me screenshot this. If Arkwade doesn't know, there's no way I would. But if I were to wager a guess...
That is a good question. It doesn't matter.
Oh. Alright, what's the funniest response then? Because she... Vampire.
Because she's selfish.
Yeah, I kind of like that one, but... Audience vote. What's the point in asking me? You're a vampire. How could I possibly know what's going on in your mind? Rude! It's not like my thought processes are that different from you primates. What? Arkwade!
The hell?
We're basically the same. We're no more... Yeah! We're no more different than a cat and a mouse! Isn't that a massive difference? Well, I suppose they're both vertebrates, except one is a hunter and the other is its prey. Guess I don't need to ask which of us is which in this scenario. Well, even leaving that aside, you can never really know what's going on in someone else's mind. I can barely understand my own feelings, let alone those of a vampire. Yep, I don't know what's in your head, nor do I need to. I was clearly an idiot for even bothering to ask you. Hold up. Yeah. Arkway turns away in a huff. I think I just made her angry, but the conversation seems to have come to some sort of conclusion. Did you find the answer you were looking for? Then we should get going. Even if we haven't decided on a destination yet, we should at least get away from the Tono estate. This hill overlooking the city contains nothing but the mansion and some woods. Neither of which is the kind of playground Arkway's probably looking for. For now, we'll just head to the station in the middle of town. Oh my god. Hi-ho's down the road we go. Arkway skips down the slope ahead of me. Yeah. Why doesn't Shiki ask for Ark's number? Is he inept? Sheep viewers on streamview.com. I don't like how close those were together. Okay, anyways. Funnily enough, I think they did make a joke about that, like, he was like, what was it? He was like, he considered just, like, seeing if he could just text Arkway, like, if he wasn't gonna be able to make it, and he was like, I think he says something like, the concept of texting, texting with a vampire, yeah, the prospect of texting with a vampire is too stupid, or something like that. But anyway, Arkway skips down the slope ahead of me. She's like a kid excited to go on her first errand. By the way, I noticed your clothes are different today. What happened to your usual all-black outfit? All-black outfit? Oh, right. In her mind, my school uniform and I are practically coming as a pair. Though, I'd argue our uniform is really more of a dark navy. I really wish she'd stop taking every chance to pit me as some kind of emo kid. You do realize I can't go out in my school uniform while I'm skipping class. Besides, today's a special day. We're not doing our usual search, right? That's why I'm wearing something slightly nicer clothes. That's why I'm wearing slightly nicer clothes than usual. To be fair, I mostly just swapped out my sneakers for some leather shoes. But at least it's something. I see. It's special, huh? Arkway pauses as she just thought of something. Shiki, stop right there. Right about face and close your eyes. For about 3 seconds. Right about face? You mean turn around? She says it so casually I don't even think twice about following her orders. I spin around and close my eyes. The moment I do, my thoughts catch up and I start wondering what the hell I'm doing. Behold, I won't be outdone! Yeah, what's up? It would be kind of funny if we just left her whatever her surprise is for next time, but I feel we still have a bit of time, so I'm not sure.
We do. We got time. We got time.
All right.
It's fine.
I,
Alright.
however, do not. I'm going to bed.
Alright.
Alright, good luck, guys.
Alright, bye.
Beware the brother.
Beware the brother.
Beware the brother.
I just know from
real talk.
Yeah, I know from Johnny's perspective, he's just so confused.
Okay, well, real talk. Do we save it for next week so we get the man's reaction, or do we?
I think he's seen it. Also, Johnny, are you there?
We'll save it for next time.
Oh, he's dead.
Alright, alright. I suppose that answers my question.
Yeah, that's well, there goes that.
Oh. Where is?
Man.
Yeah. I just like how the way we said that was like from Johnny's perspective. It sounded like some sort of like secret code or something.
Beware the brother.
Beware your brother. I mean, he saw the scene, but like still, yeah.
Fucking the little sign off from Steins Gate.
Oh yeah, ew, sigh, Gongu.
Yeah, there we go.
But anyways, yeah, a lot of hints towards the big twist about Shiki, I suppose. And
Something
and now
happened in his past.
Yep. and now I guess we're I guess Arcwait's forced Shiki on a date.
Despite the fact that she doesn't even realize it looks like
Yeah,
a date,
despite
she just kinda-
despite the fact she doesn't even know what a date is, probably.
Yeah, there you go. Oh god.
But anyways, the fun times with the woman in white, as he keeps calling her, will be saved for next time. So, thanks for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, Anara. Adios.
And I actually don't have a fun fact for
Yeah, we
people
can-
today. I mean, what's a good one? What's a good one? Let me see. Oh yeah, you know those things where it's like two things coincide in the same time period, despite the fact that it doesn't sound like they should.
Yeah.
I think like one of the more famous ones is like the last use of the guillotine was in the same year that Star Wars first released.
Alright.
Yeah, there's that. That's a fun one. That's a fun one.
You have another, or was that just was that just an example and you have another, or was that
No, that's the only one off the top of my head. Like,
Ah,
there's
okay.
another one where it's like something to do with like the Ottoman Empire, but like I'm fucking blanking out on it.
I know there's like a bunch of ones that are like I think they're partially just like jokes though, but I mean I assume they're real, but it's just like people pointing it out as like a joke, or it's like the same day that one famous person dies is the birthday of another famous person or something like that. 'Cause I know there's a lot of those, yeah.
Like the same day that Queen Elizabeth died, it was the same day that like some celebrity's baby daughter was born or something.
Yeah. Like welcome back.
Yeah, that. Yeah, there you go. That's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, farewell.
Or don't. I don't care. I'm not your dad.